Mom, please, don't let him hurt me. Anna's eyes rolled white. Her back arched so hard the straps on the chair squealed. The old man in the brown coat, dry vest, held a syringe that shook in his thin hand. The canary in the little cage beside Anna's head fluttered and cried out like it could see something we could not. The mirror across the room was covered with a bedsheet, taped tight on every edge. Still, the light in the glass pulsed underneath like a heartbeat. Trust me, Driver said, voice low and rough. If we stop her heart, the spirit must let go. Then I bring your daughter back. My name is Katie, and Anna is my best friend. I stood behind her chair, fingers dug into the upholstery. Her mom, Marina, pressed both palms to Anna's cheeks, whispering, I love you, I love you, I love you, over and over like a prayer. Something knocked inside the mirror. 3 slow knocks. My legs went weak. Do it, Marina said. Do it. Save my daughter. Drive as pushed the needle into Anna's arm. The plunger went down. The beeping phone timer on the table started counting the seconds. Anna's body fought, then sagged. The canary screamed. The air got cold, like we were standing in a freezer. And then the sheet over the mirror ballooned out, as if something behind it took a long breath. We didn't know, standing there, that the worst night of our lives had started long before that moment. It began a week earlier, with a dumb plan and a bad joke. It was Friday, almost midnight, at the community center. The hallways smelled like chlorine and floor wax. Our friend Matt wanted to film scary pranks for his YouTube channel. He was always hustling for views, always sure this video would be the one. He kept saying, this is how people make money now. I rolled my eyes and told him lots of dumb stuff goes viral. He said that was the point. He wore a hoodie and a goofy mask. He'd jump out from behind the soda machine and roar at people leaving the late swim. Some laughed, some screamed. It wasn't smart and it wasn't nice. But it was Matt. Then we heard it. Someone yelling from the roof. We ran outside. A boy stood on the ledge, swaying. His face was gray under the streetlights. Hey! Matt shouted. Dude, don't! The boy looked right at us. He opened his mouth like he was answering a question only he could hear. Then he stepped forward and vanished. The thump when he hit the ground made my stomach turn. Anna grabbed my wrist so hard my fingers went numb. We sprinted to him. He was still breathing. Barely. We need an ambulance, I said. I fumbled my phone. He was trying to speak. His lips kept shaping the same words. Anna leaned close. What are you saying? His breath smelled like lake water and metal. Don't look in the mirror. Sirens wailed in the distance. The 3 of us froze, like someone pressed pause. For a second I thought, we should leave. Then I thought, we're awful for thinking that. The sirens got closer. The boy's eyes slid shut. I whispered, stay, please stay. The next day felt wrong, like the air had a weight to it. At home, Marina tried to talk to Anna about what we saw. Anna shut down. I'm fine. She wasn't. That night, the 4 of us, me, Anna, Matt, and our class clown, Sebastian, met in the rec room of our apartment building. Sebastian had a story. Russian folklore, he said. It's like Bloody Mary, but worse. The Queen of Spades. He told it like a podcast, all serious and slow. Long ago, a rich woman opened an orphanage, took the government money, and hurt the kids instead. When the town found out, she was dragged into the street and punished for what she'd done. She died in a lake, clutching a ring. People said her spirit got stuck in mirrors. People said if you called her, she'd either grant your wish or destroy you. I didn't believe it. I didn't want Anna to believe it. But Sebastian had rules printed from a website. Midnight. Lights off. 1 candle. Queen of Spades card press a mirror. Red lipstick. Draw a door and stairs. Say it 3 times. Anna's hands trembled, but she was the youngest, and the rules said the youngest had to speak. And the truth? She wanted something. I could see it in her eyes. She wanted her life back. The way it was before her dad left, before money got tight, before Marina was always at work, before everything felt heavy and cold. I don't like this, I told them. Can we not? Anna swallowed. I want to. We turned off the lights. The candle flame looked tiny, like it was afraid to. Sebastian pressed the card to the mirror. I drew the door with my lipstick and hated myself for helping. Anna stood so close to the glass her breath fogged it. "Queen of Spades, show yourself," she said. "Queen of Spades, show yourself. Queen of Spades, show yourself." Nothing happened. A pipe clanked in the wall. Matt snorted. "Told you. It's nothing." Then a soft, scratchy sound came from the other side of the mirror, like fingernails on wet wood. "Probably the building settling," Sebastian said too fast. The candle leaned, like someone breathed on it. The flame stretched. It went out. We stood in the dark. The glass clicked, faint and sharp, the way ice cracks on a winter pond. Someone whispered. The voice was high and thin and close to my ear, but the breath didn't touch my skin. "Who wished?" Anna's hand found mine. It was ice cold. Sebastian laughed, but it came out fake. Very funny. Then Matt's phone buzzed in his pocket. He fumbled it and dropped it. The screen lit the room in blue. In that glow, inside the mirrored door I had drawn, a shadow stood on the painted stairs. The screen went black. The room was dark again. Anna made the smallest sound I've ever heard a person make. We bailed. We said it was stupid. We said ghosts aren't real. We said goodnight and went home early. I stayed with Anna until Marina got back from her night shift. When I left, I checked the hallway mirror on the wall. Just glass, my tired face, nothing else. I felt silly for looking. On Sunday, the pool was quiet. I sat on the bleachers while Anna swam laps. She cut through the water smooth and fast, trying to outswim her thoughts. Matt came late, pale and jumpy. He tugged up his sleeve. A thin, straight cut marked his forearm, like a paper slice. "It wasn't there yesterday," he said, voice shaking. I woke up and was just there. "I'm not playing," I told him. "Not with this." "Neither am I." He walked to the edge to call out to Anna. His hand brushed the metal railing, and he flinched and yanked back like he'd been shocked. "Static," he said, forcing a laugh. 2 minutes later, he was on the ground, eyes wide and empty. The lifeguard dropped to her knees. "Call 911, she shouted. An AED case slammed open, pads pressed to his chest. A machine voice, charging. "Stand clear." I dialed. My fingers didn't work right. The room spun. The AED said, "Shock delivered." Matt didn't move. He was 17. He was loud and annoying and sometimes sweet, and he died on a pool deck on a Sunday. I didn't think a heart could break and keep beating at the same time, but mine did. Marina came home early that night. She found every mirror in the apartment covered with towels and sheets. "Why?" she asked. We told her everything. Every bit. She didn't laugh. She didn't yell. She listened like a mom who was done pretending things were normal. "We find help," she said. She found him online Drive-S, the man whose son had seen something in a mirror and didn't make it. He had a thin face and very tired eyes. He told us to keep the mirrors covered, to watch for signs, to bring anything that felt wrong. Anna took off her ring. "Dad gave it to me," she said. Drive-S stared at it too long. "Rings hold promises," he murmured. "Sometimes also the past." That brings me back to the beginning of the chair, the canary, the sheeted mirror, the syringe. The timer passed 40 seconds. The little bird beat its wings so hard the cage rattled. The sheet over the glass ballooned again, then sank in, as if something leaned and pressed its face right to the other side, listening. 50 seconds, Drive-S said, "Please," Marina whispered. "Please." Something tugged at the tape on the sheet. It peeled with a soft rip, slow, 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 like a smile getting bigger. The timer hit 60. The sheet fell. What looked back at us wasn't our room. It was a black door at the top of painted stairs. And it was opening. The canary went silent. Anna's chest didn't move. I grabbed Marina's arm. "Now what do we do?" From inside the mirror, a pale hand reached through the dark and touched the glass from the other side. The finger tapped once, twice, 3 times. Then it slid down, leaving a wet trail on the inside of the glass, like a tear. Drive S whispered, "Now." He reached for the defibrillator paddles, and something tapped my shoulder from behind. When I turned, no one was there, just the pale hum of the lights in Anna's body, still as stone. Drive S shouted, "Clear," and pressed the paddles to her chest. The shock cracked through the silence. The canary thrashed in its cage, then fell still. Anna's body jerked once, and her eyes opened. But they weren't her eyes. The whites were laced with veins as black as ink, her pupils wide and gleaming like the glass of the mirror. "Mom," she whispered, "it's cold here." Marina collapsed to her knees, crying, "It's okay, baby. You're safe now." But even as she spoke, the mirror rippled again like something laughing under the surface. It wasn't over. We thought it was finished that night. Drive has packed his equipment with trembling hands. "She's breathing. That's all that matters," he said. But he wouldn't meet our eyes. By morning, Anna was quiet, too quiet. She didn't remember what happened. She just said she felt lighter. Marina made pancakes, humming, pretending everything was fine. The sun came in warm and golden. For the first time in days, the apartment didn't feel haunted. Then Anna looked into the blank TV screen and smiled. Her reflection smiled a second later, only the timing was wrong. A half-second delay. Too long to be natural. She blinked and stepped back. "Mom, did you see that?" Marina forced a laugh. "The screen's just lagging. I'll unplug it." But when she reached the cord, the reflection didn't move. That night, I came over to check on them. The mirrors were still covered, except one in the bathroom. Anna said she wanted to face it. I didn't like that word. She stood in front of the mirror with a candle, her hair tied back like she was ready for a fight. "Don't," I said. "Please. I need to know if she's really gone." The flame flickered as she breathed. For a moment, there was only her reflection nervous, pale but hers. Then the lights dimmed. The candle bent sideways. Her reflection turned its head the wrong way, bones crackling in the silence. "Anna, back away," I whispered. The reflection's mouth stretched into a grin. From deep inside the glass came a voice like broken glass, sliding on concrete. "Who wished?" The candle went out. I grabbed her hand and ran. But when we slammed the door, there was knocking soft, steady from inside the bathroom. 3 knocks. Always 3. By the next day, Anna wasn't herself. She stared at dark windows too long. She said she heard whispers when she tried to sleep. Drive has returned. He looked older, thinner. "It's not done with her," he said. "The Queen of Spades doesn't just visit. She collects." He explained that when Anna made her wish, the spirit attached to her the ring she wore made it easier. "It's a promise she took literally," he said. "The Queen of Spades grants wishes in exchange for what she values most. If you break your end, she comes to claim hers." What did she wish for? Marina asked. I already knew. I'd heard her whisper it that night before we summoned the spirit. "I wish my dad would come home." That evening, the phone rang. Marina answered and went pale. It was Anna's father. After years of silence, he wanted to visit. He showed up 2 days later, carrying a duffel bag and a dozen regrets. He looked tired, thin, like he hadn't slept in years. He hugged Anna for the first time since she was little. "I missed you, sweetheart." For a moment, I thought maybe the wish really worked. Maybe this was her peace. But Drive has said quietly, "Be careful what you welcome back." That night, thunder rolled over the city. Anna couldn't sleep. Her dad tucked her in and smiled, but his reflection in the window was still grinning long after he'd walked away. When Marina went to check on her, the bed was empty. The sheets were wet cold, like lake water. The mirror on the wall was uncovered. In the reflection, Anna stood at the end of the bed, pale and silent. Her reflection wasn't matching her, was waving. Marina screamed. The lights exploded, showering the floor in glass. Drive as came running. "She's calling the Queen," he shouted. The connection wasn't broken. "What do we do?" I cried. He placed the old ring on the table. "We have to return it." "To who?" He looked at the mirror. "To her. We gathered around as thunder rattled the building. Marina held Anna, who was shaking and mumbling in a voice that wasn't hers. "Let me go, she's waiting." "Drive," S lit a candle. "Say it just once. Mean it." Anna whispered, "Queen of Spades, take what's yours." The candlelight bent. The air folded in on itself. The mirror turned black, the reflection gone. For a heartbeat, nothing happened. Then the ring lifted from the table by itself and vanished into the glass. The silence that followed was deep and endless. Anna opened her eyes and smiled faintly. "Is it over?" Drive S nodded slowly. "She's gone." Weeks passed. The house felt warm again. Anna laughed sometimes. Her father moved into a small apartment nearby. Life was beginning to feel like life again, until Anna's birthday. There was cake, music, candles. She leaned forward, grinning. "Make a wish," Marina said. Anna closed her eyes. When she blew out the candles, every light in the room flickered. The reflection in the window smiled a moment too late. Marina froze. From somewhere deep in the apartment, something tapped. Once, twice, 3 times. Anna turned her head, eyes wide, lips trembling. "Mom," she whispered, "I didn't make a wish." The reflection grinned wider. The flame on the cake reignited by itself, and the Queen of Spades came back smiling.